Hi everyone, thank you for joining my channel today. Triple Aqua from the West, from Key West that is. I'm Marie Christiane. So today I want to talk to you about the post 8/8 Lions Gateway Portal energy that is going to be with us until the rest of the year. Yes, so if you missed it, don't be so hard on yourself. If you didn't do your affirmations or all the beautiful things that you can do on that day, because the energy is still here. I'm sure that you have felt it. I don't know about you guys, but I have been seeing 8/8 everywhere. I even, it's funny because there's this reader that I watch, and she talks sometimes about like different movies and stuff like that, and she's been mentioning like the Never Ending Story. Well, just this past weekend it was on Netflix, and I used to watch that with my sister all the time. And then I started to watch it, and then at the beginning there's on the book itself, there's an actual emblem, and it's these snakes that are interweaved, and they make 2 8s. And so that was like, oh my gosh, and it was on 8/8. It was on the Lionsgate that I started to watch it, and it was just interesting because I haven't really even watched this movie in years. She had brought it up, and then it was on Netflix. So Spirit always guides you to watch the things that you need to watch, and it was just amazing because it was about coming into your own. That type of movie, and like, you know, letting your inner child come out, and just being free and being who you were meant to be, even if it might not seem kosher to the rest of the world. Who cares, right? So anyway, I've been seeing 8/8 everywhere, and it just goes to show how the energy is still around us and will be around us, and what this energy is making us feel. And I'm sure everyone feels like this at this point. It's making us courageous and strong to go after what we want, because we worked really, really hard, and we're leaving all the things that don't serve us in the past, and we finally have come to a happy place where we're okay with it, and we let it go in love. And that was the whole thing about the Lionsgate portal. Other than to bring courage to us, it was also to open up your heart chakra and let things go in love, and accept the things that you can't change, or let go of the things that maybe you felt bad about, that you've done in the past, or you've been a culprit to, that you're letting that go, because those were lessons that needed to happen. And you know, I can't help but to think like, you know, like in The Lion King, when Simba, you know, leaves Pride Rock because, you know, he feels ashamed and he doesn't want to go around his people. So he starts like this whole new life, like this whole new identity. And then it's not until Nala comes back and like basically tells him like, man up, you know, come back. And, you know, he had to like go through his own like little dark nights in the soul until he realized like who he was. Well, we're finally realizing who we are and what we bring to the table and how important we are. And that it's okay if other people don't see that, because we are done explaining ourselves. And that's another thing that this Lionsgate is bringing. And yeah, because the 8 of Pentacles, we've worked really, really hard on our craft, on who we are, on who we want to be as individuals. And we've got our eye on the prize. We are now set, you know, like ready, set, go. We're going now, we're going forward, and we're not looking back at the past anymore. And we're not dragging those bad feelings with us. Like, we have been like working up to this point, but now we're just like done with it. And look, at the bottom of the deck we have the 3 of Wands, happily moving forward, passionately moving forward towards what you want. She's got 3 wands, but she's going forward. You know, the other 2 are in the back. And that's exactly right. The sun is shining, you're feeling good about yourself, you're in your power. And this is exactly what this energy was supposed to bring in. We're getting so many downloads and upgrades. I don't know if like you're waking up in the middle of the night with some crazy dreams, but good dreams, but just and then waking up in the morning and just feeling energized, even though you probably didn't sleep all that great. It's really amazing, and it's just, you're seeing things really clearly, but you're seeing things clearly not in like, oh yeah, that person was trying to slight me. It's just like you're seeing it clearly, you're accepting it, and you're like, okay, fine, that's fine. And you're knowing now where to put your energy, and where you want, what you want, and where you want your energy to go in the future. Where before you were just kind of just like trying to just be happy and pour into people that you thought that were the right people to be around, now you're just like, no, I see it, it's not for me, and it's okay, and I'm moving forward. And yeah, those energies are just like, so yes, because we want our 9 of Cups. We're not afraid to express ourselves and tell people how we feel. We're wearing our heart on our sleeve, and we're not wearing it on our face anymore, where we just get sour about things that people hurt our feelings. No, we'll wear our heart on our sleeve, but we're moving on because we're not afraid to express ourselves anymore. If we don't like something, to say, no, that's not for me, or good for you, but we're not judging, because here's the 6 of Swords. We've contemplated this, we've thought about the direction that we want to go, and we're moving forward confidently, strong, poised for the future. And like all these cards, nobody, like the 3 of Wands, nobody's looking back. We're going forward in what we want in life. And that is so courageous and brave. And we've broken ancestral patterns that have been with us from centuries and centuries and centuries, and get passed down in our DNA. And we've been carrying a lot of that baggage that really wasn't ours, but we've worked through it all. And because these are imprints that have been left on us. And yeah, because now we are going to protect the things that mean a lot to us, that we hold dear. And that is our self-worth. That is the people that have really, really shown up for us, the people that really want to be around us, the people that have been loyal to us, the people that stand up for us, the people that, if they know you don't like something, they'll change it just to be around you, just to have you in their life, because because we're getting the world now. We have done the work, and we're going after all the things that we want in life courageously. We see, look at this. I mean, we see things clearly. We're magical. We've got wings to fly. There's a bull there. Let's grab the bull by the horns. There's the lion there. She's got her bare feet on the flowers. She's grounded. There's water swirling all around her, almost like some kind of a sash or scarf. She's very watery, but she's happy because we're finally happy. It's okay. If we've been through hardships, we're not dwelling on that anymore. It's so counterproductive, and it's not fair to us, so we're not doing it to ourselves. And, yeah, because we're done being in that hanged man state. We've been here for a long time, contemplating, putting ourselves in other people's shoes, contemplating, putting ourselves, thinking, should we go forward? Thinking, should we stay? What should we do? We're stuck. But the hangman puts himself in this position. Nobody makes the hangman stuck. The hangman puts himself in this position so he can get enlightened, and he can think about what he wants to do going forward. So this has been us, but we're done with this. We're done. We've done this to death. We're bored with this. It's actually become boring. Why? Because we're coming forward as the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups, we'll offer our cup to somebody, but you have to be worthy. I mean, look at the Scorpion right there. You know what I mean? We're not foolish about it either. We're very, very, very into, we know where we've been. We embrace our darkness, and that's okay. But we know that we have something to offer, and we are going to offer that cup to the people who are worthy of that cup. And, I can't help to look at the look on his face. Is very just like, very serious and very, he's thinking hard. So we thought about this a lot, and we know that going forward, not everybody's worthy of this. So it's like, are you even worthy of my cup? Should I even give it to you? I don't know. Maybe you need to work a little harder, because that's what we've done. We've done the work. So now, rather than going like this to everybody, come, we're like this. And then from here to here, we're making them work for it. And that's really healthy, because we're setting boundaries. Yeah, because we want passionate new beginnings, spiritual passionate new beginnings in our relationships, in our desires, in our dreams, and what we go after in life, our jobs, our careers, just projects. We want to be passionate about it, but we want to be passionate in a very healthy way. This is the Cosmic Tarot, by the way. I love this deck. So now we're going to go to the Akashic Tarot. So yeah, know that you have these energies, and that's why you're feeling the way you're feeling, that you're just like, the old paradigms are done. You're done with the old thought process, the old ways of thinking. You're also done with, like I said, explaining yourself to people. You're not going to do that anymore. You're just going to be quiet and go forward. You're going to be very selfie, like that lion trying to catch its prey. You're going to contemplate, think about it, and then just go after it. You're going to just go out in life and pounce and get the things that you want. And that's how it should be. You know, think about it. But, you know, heart, mind, body, and soul. Balance. That's where we're at right now. We are balanced in our emotions. We are balanced in our thoughts. And you know what? If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. So if you go after it, and if it's not meant for you, well, then it just wasn't for you. But don't sit around wondering, wishing, and staying in that hangman position. We've done enough of that. Go after what you want. So I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I put new content up. All right, whoa, okay, so a lot came out and we're gonna take it. Yeah, because now we're on the lookout. We're on the lookout for things that, this isn't our focus, by the way, but we're able to see things that aren't deserving of our energy, of our love, or of our attention. And we're not gonna be caught in the flames again. We're not gonna be caught in ruins again, because we know better. And we're not afraid of this because we've already been through our own personal hell, but we're just not gonna go back there again. Yeah, because guess what? We're on track. You're on track, you're going forward to new and brighter things, to new adventures, to meet new people and new energies that will align with your soul. This is really gorgeous. Yeah, and then we have an increscent moon, and this is like this artisan working on his craft, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're working on our craft, and guess what our craft is? Us. We are now going to work on us. We're going to embody a lot of that Leo energy and work on me. Me. Yep, and if you're worthy, then, you know, we'll give you some of our energy and time. Yeah, because we're so diverse. You know, the next card is diversity. We are so diverse and we're multifaceted beings. So we're able to be a lot of things all of the time. We're not just one thing. And, you know, we've gotten out of that where people just want to put us in a little box and say, no, you have to be this, or you were always this. Oh, how dare you change on me? Oh, how dare you, like, now raise the vibration and raise the bar and leave me behind. Well, guess what? If you stopped to study me for a while and got to know me, then you would have known that I'm a multifaceted being, as you are. But I don't expect you to not grow. So why do you expect me to not grow? A lot of people want to clip our wings or hold us back, and that's not fair to us. Yeah, because, you know, this is an interesting card. It's the Five of Forces. We have summer and winter. You know, we are coming out of summer now, and it'll be fall and winter. And by the winter, you are going to be the grounded new you, because you're already the new you that just stepped out. It's kind of like Stella got her groove back, or, you know, if you're a guy, you know, switch it up. I don't know who got his groove back, but just use it as it resonates for you. But yeah, we're looking forward to, so by the time winter comes around, our lives are going to be so beautiful, and they're going to be so different, because we're making a whole new world for ourselves. We're bringing in that 5D energy. We're bringing in that paradise, that heaven on earth for ourselves. Yes, there's things going on in life that we can't control, and there's things that God does that we cannot control, but everything else we can control. So if God takes something away from you, well then, you know, that's God's taking it away from you. But everything else that's been taken away from you, you've probably self-sabotaged that yourself. If you think it's being taken away from you. But know that we're in a healthy place right now, so we're just gonna let things go, and if they're meant to come back, then they will. So that's just very healthy and very, very beautiful way of thinking going forward. So you got the Oracle of Delphine. The Oracle of Delphine is the #1 card. And she's up on this kind of like a throne. And there's a scribe here. Because now we have information from the universe. We're getting downloads all of the time. Write things down if you need to. Talk into your phone notes if you have to. But when you're getting these downloads, it's for a reason. You know, whether it's a thought, an idea, you know, to call somebody, to reach out. So yesterday, I was going to the permit department to close out an open permit that had never been closed out, and it had supposedly was already done, but it never got done through the system. So I went with not a certified letter, a notarized letter to drop it off. And as I'm turning into the college, my intuition says, go to your property, because I have a property that's closing at the end of the month, thank God. And I was like, go to the property, and I had no plans on going to the property. So then I go to drop that paperwork off, and as I'm going to either make a right to come into town or make a left to go to the property, I hear it again, go to your property. So I'm like, okay, so I go to the property, and I'm like, okay, why am I here? And then all of a sudden I get this picture of this big thing, this big container that I had stuff in. I'm like, okay, that was one of the areas that I had to look through, because I'm emptying my stuff so that the buyers can come in and all of my stuff is out. And I pull it down, I open it up, and there are the plans to the actual house. And today, that was yesterday, and today they were coming to look at something, and they needed those plans, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And it was all because I followed my intuition. So your guides, your God, source, the universe is going to be talking to you. When they're telling you to do something, there is a reason for it. We might not understand it, but there is a reason for it. And the weird thing is, I have been thinking about that thing for a while, and so I tell my mother's like, oh, do you have the winning numbers for the lottery? Yeah, because now going forward, we're gonna get our wishes fulfilled. You know, look at that beautiful table with all of that yummy goodness on there, and probably that fresh air and beautiful view. We're gonna get all of our wishes fulfilled. Why? Because we've been trying to make everybody else happy for such a long time that now the universe is like, it's your turn, good and faithful servant. Pour back into yourself. You've done the work. Congratulations. Because we, just like everyone else, have been tempted, but we haven't fallen for that trap. We haven't listened to the lies. Yes, sometimes we did, but guess what? When we were tempted and we went down the wrong path, we had to go to the school of hard knocks called karma. And it's not fun, but when you learn from it and you say, okay, I've learned, I'm not going to do it again. Okay, I've learned, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to be that dog returning to my own vomit, like they say in the Bible. And you will get your wishes fulfilled. Because when you do things in secret, God, the universe, source rewards you in public. When you do things in public to get attention, that's your reward. Whatever attention or ego stroke you got from that 1 second or person, that's it. That's all you're getting. You're not getting the good stuff because it's shallow. So we've done so much work, and we've done things out of the goodness of our heart because we didn't expect anything back. We just did it because we felt that it was the right thing to do, and we did it because it was unconditional, and we were loving, and we were caring. And so because of that, we're getting all of our wishes fulfilled. Yes, because we have all become smarter and wiser. We are the king of scrolls. We have information. I was going to say from the Akashic, and look at the card on the bottom, so we'll talk about that. Yeah, we've gotten information. We've gotten these downloads. We have been entrusted with secrets of the universe. We've been entrusted with secrets from our ancestors, and we have access to this all of the time, and we're confident. Look at him, he's confident. You don't have to say anything. You can walk into a room and someone can insult you now. Someone can try to tip your scales or pull one of your feathers off or clip your wings. You're gonna be fine, because you know that all that's doing is making you stronger, and you're gonna dust yourself off and keep going. Because there's no time to feel sorry for ourselves anymore. There's too much to do. There's too many opportunities. There's so many opportunities to be happy every day. Even if you think that things are bad, it's always worse somewhere else. So be grateful for what you have. And yeah, because we have been given the knowledge from the Akashic Library, and there's that too. And we have our spiritual team working with us. All you have to do is ask for something. It's like when you're trying to build something. Let's say you just order something off of Amazon and you have to put it together, and you're like, crap, I'm gonna do this, whatever, and you're really in your head about it, and you get mad, and you're like, I can't do this. And then the moment you sit down and you say, okay, let me figure this out, and you start to take the time to figure it out, the information just floods, and it comes, and everything becomes clear. And one thing leads to another, and to another, and to another. It's because you finally took the time, or when you want to figure something out and you think it's going to be impossible, when you finally, after you've been procrastinating about it, sit down and put it together, it all comes together. Why? Because you're getting downloads on how to do that, how to put that stuff to use. Because you most likely have done it before. And if you haven't done it before, what goes through your veins, through your DNA, your people have done it before. So it's there. They're light codes. They're that junk DNA that science doesn't know what it's all about. Those are your light codes from your ancient ancestors, and you have a direct line to everything that they've gone through your Akashic Library. So learn about that if you don't know. Yeah, because the King of Forces, we become the King of Forces. The King of Forces is a very strong force. I mean, look, there is a wolf, a rabbit, and a stag there. And, these are things that normally don't get along with one another, right? We become a force to reckon with. We know how to get along with everybody, all types of people, and not put wedges in between people. We don't want to do that anymore. We're not trying to change anybody. And we definitely don't want people to change us. And that's why we're going forward in love. And if we have to leave people behind, that's okay. Because we want people that want to be around us, our warts and all, right? All right, so yes, because we've set our course. We've set our course, and we know exactly what we want now. Like earlier, we got the Eight of Pentacles. She was staring at the one rose in the middle, and that's not in this card, but it's because we've got our eye on the prize, and we know that brighter days are ahead. And look at the rainbow, because all our wishes are going to be fulfilled, because God keeps his promises to his people. That's so lovely. And then Archangel Hilaron. Again, we get a lot of Akashic, and downloads, and we become oracles, where we know things. And there again, there's some ancient ancestors that look like they're ghosts in the background, and he's reading a book there, and that is Descendant Master Hilaron, and he is one of the gatekeepers of the Akashic Library. That's number 5 for change. And what's funny is that today's date breaks down to a 5, which means change, because that's exactly what's happened, is change. And yes, this is at the bottom of the deck. This is very important. 2 worlds. We have now become, we spend our time in the 3D, but we also spend our time in the 4 and the 5D, in our spiritual self and our spiritual world. So you're able to be in a grounded group of people, and they're really, really maybe 3D based or shallow. You're not judging them, but then that there's something different. There's more out there that's important. And that's just where they're at in their journey, because they're vibing at a certain vibration, and you're just vibing at a different vibration. So you're in 2 worlds now. You're in the 3D, and then you're in the spiritual world, but you're able to balance that out. And that's a beautiful thing, when you can bring in the spiritual plane into the 3D world, because that's what it's all about. That's what we're doing here. That is our job, is to bring in that spiritual beauty, that benevolence, that the peace, the love into the 3D plane, because we're lacking that. So we need more people like us that are balanced and have done the work. And we weren't there before. Some of us have been here for a long time. I'm one of them, even though I fall off all the time, because Lord knows I do. But I feel like since I've been like 4 years old, I've been in 2 worlds. All right, so let's see what else is calling me. Let's go with this deck, the soul's journey. Because isn't that what it is? It's the soul's journey, to do all the wonderful things that we're here to do. and make all those beautiful mistakes. And even sometimes rotten choices. Who cares? As long as you learn from it. Don't be so hard on yourself. And that's another thing we learn. We finally are okay with our mistakes. We're okay because we know that without those, we would never be where we're at today. We wouldn't think like we do. We wouldn't have the heart that we do, the compassion that we do. You know, we might have been really icy before and didn't care, and we're super selfish and just worried about ourselves. We're not there anymore. However, we are going in the future pouring more into ourselves, but it doesn't mean you're selfish. It just means you're about self-worth and self-care and self-love, and that is beautiful. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Some messages from our guides and God and Jesus and all the beautiful, beautiful divine beings. Well, you know what? It never fails. It doesn't matter what position I get into or where I change. It's just, yeah. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And isn't that so? That's the only way we know how to appreciate something, is when we lose it. Then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I had it right there. Like, it was at the tip of my fingers. It was right in my grasp and I lost it. So what do? Do you go back for it? Do you work harder for it? Or do we sit in grief? No, we don't want to sit in grief. You learn from this and you either fix it, make another opportunity, but go after what you want. Yes, because we've gained humor at this point. Even with all of the adversity in our lives, we've gained humor, and that's when you know that you are living in both worlds. When you can find humor in things, even things that are supposed to be ugly towards you or negative towards you. Yes, we'll probably vent to somebody, but at the same time, it's almost like you find humor in it because you're finally at peace. So it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, and that's what you do. Rather than focusing on the negative, you're focusing on the humor of things. And this is a big challenge to do. Believe me, I know. I'm trying all the time. But yeah, just like your inner child, you know, laugh. You know, what is it like when your little kids are like, you're such a poopy face, ha ha ha, you know, they just start laughing, or, you know, guess what, chicken butt, and they think everything is funny. That's how you need to be going forward. And at the bottom of the deck is empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. And then that's exactly what you do now going forward. It doesn't matter if people are vibing at a lower vibration. You're able to see both sides. And you're able to know that that's just their journey. And you have empathy for everybody. You don't think that you're better than anybody else. Or you're higher on the hog. Or, you know, you have to just, you know, be around a certain type of people and a certain type of class of people. Because, you know, some people that have like a lot, they're rotten inside and they're rude. I delivered to the Hyatt recently, and you know, these people are and I love the Hyatt, by the way. It's a great place. People there are amazing. But there was a couple staying there, and they were just so pretentious and snobby. It's kind of funny. And usually those are the people that are probably really bad tippers. Anyway, so we're gonna pull from God, I don't know the name of this deck, but I like it too. It's one of my favorites. So let's see if we can get some more tarot stories here. Yes, again. See, we've got the Hangman twice. The Hangman twice, looking at things in a different perspective. We're masters at this now. But we don't stay stuck anymore. Because look at this one. There's rainbows, there's all kinds of beautiful symbols, there's water. Like, we're looking at the world in a whole different way than we were looking at it before. And that is a gorgeous thing. Why? And look, we got the Prince of Cups, and now we have the Queen of Cups. Because we're passionate. You know, we're sensitive about things, but we know how to master that. Like, we're not like, you know, sloppy about it. We're not spilling our cup all over the place. But look at her. She's so nurturing. We become very nurturing in the process. But now we're nurturing ourselves. Look at her. She looks so fabulous. That big cup, but she looks like she's holding on to it for herself. And that's how I feel going forward. We're pouring back into ourselves. We're keeping our cup close to our chest. For only people who are worthy of it. And that self-worth is beautiful. You know, your self-worth is what makes you attractive to people. Believe it or not. When you set boundaries, your self-worth, yeah, because we're not crying over that one spilled cup anymore and worrying about the past and, oh my God, this was like this, and if I go forward, this might happen. You know, we're just like, you know, that picture, and with the energy that I'm picking up, you know, this is a very nostalgic card, and thinking about the past and thinking about the past, and before we got the Hangman again, and we're done with that. Why? Because we have the Nine of Pentacles. We are independent. We don't need anybody to make us happy. We don't need anybody to take care of us. We can do this all on our own. And that's exactly what the Lionsgate has done for us. Opened up our hearts and made us courageous, but helped us to see things in a whole new light. So I'm not even gonna say anymore that I'm gonna try to make these videos shorter because it just doesn't happen. So I hope you watch the whole thing, or at least listen to it while you're cleaning or doing whatever you're doing. I like to say what cards are on here, not just put them up to the camera. So if you can't watch, just listen. But yeah, so how are we going to approach this rest of this year, Spirit? Give us, how are we going to approach the rest of this year? One card, please. How are we going to approach the rest of this year after this 8-8 Lions portal? Whoa, okay, so we've got more than one card, but we're gonna take them. Yes, cherish memories of loved ones. We're going forward cherishing all of our memories of our loved ones. But we're not gonna stay stuck. Why? Because we've got Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Going forward, we're expecting miracles. We're not just gonna be like, maybe that will happen, maybe it won't. Nope. We're going after it because we know it's gonna happen. Friendship, nurture your relationships. Yes, we're nurturing our relationships. And if people aren't nurturing the relationship that we're giving them, then we're moving forward. Because we don't have time anymore. We don't have time for nonsense. Or elevator friends, that when they're stuck in the elevator with you, they're your best friend, but then outside the elevator, they don't even know you. Choices, make the best choice. Yep, because our discernment is on point. And we are making nothing but beautiful choices for ourselves. And we are going to go with the flow. We're going to let things happen for us, not to us. We're not forcing anything. We're just doing us, and we're going forward. And whatever comes to us, great. If it's good, we take it. If not, we keep going, right? Because we're done with the illusions. We're embracing the truth. We're done with any illusions about ourselves or any illusions about other people. Actions speak louder than words. So the truth always comes out. Why? Because we know we have knowledge. We seek knowledge, and we want to know the truth. Yeah, it's very justice feeling, and justice has been coming out a lot. And you know what? Now when opportunity knocks, we're gonna go for it. We're not gonna be like, yes, no, maybe. We're not gonna be lukewarm. When we know something is for us, we're just gonna go after it. Because we want all of our dreams to come true. Of course. All right, so one more Oracle deck because I feel like I've done them all except for one, and there was a reason why I pulled this. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and we're getting a lot of messages. And you know what's really crazy about this reading? I recorded it like 2 days ago, and then it was a great reading. But then for some reason I deleted it. And then I did it about 2 days before that, no, the day after the Lionsgate, I did it, and it was a great one too. But for some reason I deleted it. It was like, it just wasn't the right message for whatever reason. But they were great, but I just couldn't post them. I kept, no, it's not right. It's just not right. And it was strange, but I almost feel like that perfection that I was feeling about like not posting those videos was because going forward, we want perfection. We're not going to stand for anything less. We're not going to stand for mediocre projects. We're not going to stand for mediocre passion ideas, mediocre acquaintances, or friends, or relationships, or. Put it into whatever content you want. We don't want mediocre. We want energies that are lined up with us. Like I said, doesn't mean that you can't be around the other, because they need you to trigger them so they can work too on their inner stuff. But yeah, we're going forward because it's like, we're not settling. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe even though they were really good, maybe I felt like I was settling, or spirit said, no, like you're settling. For whatever reason, those videos just weren't right. Like something just wasn't jiving. Okay, if you can have a card or cards to close this reading out, please. That would be awesome. Okay, yay. Oh, I love what's on the bottom of the deck. That's so pretty. Oh, yes. Beauty. We finally realize how beautiful we are and how special we are and what we bring to the table and what we have to offer. Because we finally are focused on us, and that's what's going forward. This is the energy going forward. We're focusing on us, on self-love, self-care, what makes us happy, what makes us smile. You know, like Audrey Hepburn says, happy girls are the prettiest, right? I mean, anybody who's happy. You know, you can meet somebody who's super beautiful and they're just a freaking snot. All of a sudden they're just like quite ugly, right? So yeah, focus on your inner beauty. Focus on the inner beauty on other people. And you know, if they have all this outer beauty, yeah, it's nice to look at, but maybe it's just like fool's gold, you know, because maybe on the inside, you know, obviously that's really what it's all about. It's in that inner beauty, that self-love. And then on the bottom of the deck, and you know what's funny? This is a 20 card, and then we got the 2 card on the bottom, so 2-2, right? 4, balanced. And at the bottom of the deck, we have beginnings, because this is it. This is new beginnings going forward. You have shed your old skin. You are not the same person, so people are going to see you differently. They're going to feel your energy. They're going to know something is different. And some of them are not going to be okay with this, because they're going to want you to be the same old, maybe the same old doormat, maybe the same pushover, maybe the same nice person that just put up with crap, or maybe that person that just was always there, you know, whatever the case is. We're not the same anymore, because we have discovered our true self-worth, and we know what we bring to the table, so we're not afraid to eat alone. So thank you everybody for being with me. I'm so glad that the other 2 videos, I deleted them. And hope you have a great day, and remember to keep swimming towards your dreams. Bye.